With the lens of these cameras, we are here at UCTV again for another episode, the segments of the environmental dialogue. That's the reason why we are the environmental advocates, the activists here in Uganda, trying to push this idea, trying to interest every person into this discussion. And today we are here with some of the scientists, some of the engineers, the PRs, people who have tried to push this to interest the young people and also the whole into this conversation. When you speak about the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, you look at what really the UN is trying to bring on board, that we know that we are remaining with 5 years only to achieve this agenda of the SDG. That's 2030. And when you speak about SDG, you know that there are all over 17 goals. Some people say that there are 16, that the 17 makes it now to call that you need to partner for each and every goal. That's goal 1 up to 16. Then the 17 becomes the 17th goal. That's partnership and collaboration. And here today in the studio, I have very wonderful guests here who are going to dive into this conversation of the role of technology into sustainability. When you speak about sustainability, we are looking at the future. That will our grandchildren survive this generation, the generation to come, if we don't really embrace this, if we don't incorporate the use of technology into this conversation? Without waste of time, let me go by introducing each and every guest that I have here in the studio today. Starting from my left hand. Hello, Queen.
Hello.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome for our dialogue today. Just want you to just greet the viewers out there and you tell them about yourself.
Hello viewers, thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah.
My name is Queen Latifah Hatim,
Yeah.
and I'm a final year civil engineering student at
Okay.
Ochero University. My passion lies in innovation, sustainability, and advocating for the environment.
Wow,
Thank you.
we have the right person for this show today, and I know I can't wait. If you're out there, please don't touch your dial. Just main tune and listen to this young people. I told you they have a lot of package that they are bringing to you that you need to learn more. A civil engineer incorporating climate aspects with engineering, with innovation. Just watch. Okay, let me go to the second person. Introduce yourself to the viewers there.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Stella Mutetsi, a teacher by profession from
Wow.
Ochero University, and a very, very passionate coffee grower.
Wow.
Yes, thank you so much.
This panel is interesting today. You have a new lecturer here. Wow, it's interesting. All right, my guest.
Thank you, Dickens, my brother, for hosting me here. My name is Mugabi Edrine, and I'm a digital marketer, climate activist, and co-founder Actions for a Better Future. Thank you for hosting me once again.
I told you that the guest that we are having here, I think this discussion is going to be odd, except that time is the one is going to limit us today for this discussion. So, Edwin, I saw you are there part of the SDG run, you are there running with us, except that Stella and Latif missed it. But anyway, I know next year we should have there, next year we should have you on board. So today I want us to dive into the role of technology into sustainable development. When you talk about sustainable development, you know that most people, as I've always said, what do they mean? What about even someone who is doing something that's contributing to sustainable development goals? They feel like they don't understand what they're doing. But today, that's the reason why we are having this guest with us to explain to people that what do we mean by sustainable development goal? What do you mean, like how is technology impacting this agenda that we have been preaching about? We have been saying people should embrace SDGs, people should promote SDGs. Now today we have the guests who are going to break it down and we'll understand here tonight. All right then, let me start with Edwin. Edwin, if you know, today as I told you that we are looking at the role of technology as you've been into digital marketing, using a lot of technology, and I was still telling you that Edwin, you have failed to interest the young people into using even TikTok to promote these SDGs and all that. So as you, can you first explain to them what is meant by sustainable development goals and how really, as you with your organization and you yourself personally, you've tried to incorporate this into your business, like in digital marketing? Please, the viewers out there, they want to hear more from you.
Sustainable development means meeting current needs without integrating or compromising the future generations. And the aim here is tomorrow we want the
next generation.
We want the next generation to meet sustainable resources without integrating the planet or without disturbing the planet.
Or in a layman language, without destroying because when you use that word, you destroy the planet. That's the Mother Earth. So
to me, as a digital marketer, the best way we can use technology to create sustainable development is when you look at these applications today that are created, TikTok, in Uganda we have TikTok, we're having applications like Snapchat, and
which is used mostly by the ladies.
Yes.
I know. Am I right?
Me, I'm looking at it in a perspective of a digital marketer. Why? Because this is something I'm really passionate about, and I love using these applications to create something that can can create importance in the youth. So when you look at TikTok, TikTok has something that is called algorithm. What you type in TikTok search engine, it is what is going to bring for you. Now, most youth in Uganda here are looking at current trends. So you'll find that most of the phones are having the current trends that are happening, the music, the entertainment industry, and these are things that are really consuming much of the time, and they're creating less time for innovation. So as a climate activist, when you see these applications, for instance, TikTok, for instance, Snapchat, there's so many topics about environment. There's so many topics about innovation. So you just need you just need to go and type in TikTok environmental ideas or innovation ideas, or how can we recycle plastic? How can I create something out of plastic? You get? So this is the best way how we can use these platforms to create a sustainable future or a sustainable development. So instead of you going outside there and you're looking at, what is happening in the what is happening currently, what is happening on X, look for these topics that are looking at environmental issues. Look at topics that are creating innovation in you. Be part of a sustainable future of tomorrow. Today, I think many youth don't understand what are SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Now, Sustainable Development Goals, these are goals, or this is, let me say, this is a world plan that was created by the UN SDGs, and it was put in place to plan for a sustainable future. So these are 17 goals that were put in place to guide you through life. How can you live life that is sustainable without integrating the planet or without hindering the planet? So these are things you are supposed to know as a youth. At Actions for a Better Future, where I work as a co-founder, one of the things that we do, we create awareness on the SDGs. We are trying to create youth that are ready for a better tomorrow, or youth, we are trying to create awareness into youth who are responsible for a sustainable future tomorrow. Here we are teaching them waste management, recycling. We have a plan of renewable energy access. When you look at SDG 7, SDG 7 is aligning with, or it's informing affordable and sustainable energy solutions. And this is one of the programs that we're having as youth. Now, you may think, or you may ask yourself, where are we getting all this knowledge? Now, this is something we really have interest in, and we're passionate about this because we want a better tomorrow of youth. We want a better tomorrow of youth who know about a sustainable world. So when you're in a sustainable world, what are the things that are around you that you are doing, or what are things that you're innovating that can sustain your future? Look at creating innovative ideas. For instance, renewable energy access. Look at waste management ideas, things like that.
Okay, Edwin, thank you for that. Oh, let me come to Stella. Stella, as you're a teacher who have been dealing with this stubborn mindsets, because I know that you teachers really have a very big task, and that's why I appreciate your work. It's not easy to handle some of the young people.
Yeah.
You know, as we are still talking about the mindset change, some of them come with, they don't want really to know, even others, they refuse definitely even to understand certain things. Do you think that what Edwin has said, is it really contributing to the impact of the achievement of the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, or maybe this technology is promoting other things, like we have seen the young people, in order maybe to promote the lectures, which was very impactful, that you had in the lecture room with them, maybe to share it with the group, or but someone is going to share. They say the Gloria Boogie's videos on TikTok, and it trends, and they feel happy. But when there are very many things that someone can put, as you say, that he can post on TikTok, and you find that there are very many people who will get educated, they will learn. Because the genesis of TikTok, it was for marketing, technology, innovation. But here in Africa, it's something different. So now my question is this really impacting our students, our youth, or maybe it has failed as a teacher?
At some point, thank you so much, Edwin. At some point, it has impacted the youth negatively.
Yeah.
Yes, at some point. But if they if the government helped to put up sensitization that a youth is supposed to be a phone, but to use it effectively. Like, for example, me, I'm a secondary teacher, I'm not a university teacher. Yes, they're supposed to be with phones. They're supposed to have TikToks and stuff like that, Instagram, but they're supposed to use them effectively. That when you go on TikTok, don't just go and download and search algorithm. It's called algorithm. Yes. Yeah. Don't just go over there and start searching Gloria Boogie and stuff like that. Sure. No. Look for things that can really, really sustain your what? Your well-being, your development, that can add on you. You understand? So at some point it has impacted negatively. Then, but if we get into sensitizing them, you get? Yes, that if you have a phone, use it effectively. Look for like project works. Yeah. We usually give them project works. Search for your own project works. You get? Add something to your brain. Add something to your learning instead of searching for things that are actually not adding anything on you.
It comes now, it brings, you say that you're secondary teacher. So I've seen with this new curriculum that right now the government has introduced and you are applying in secondary schools. And for us, gone are those days, we missed them. But nowadays I see that there are certain schools which are even allowing students with a smartphone at school. Exactly. Do you see that? Are this smartphone really contributing to their development, to their learning, or maybe there's a problem like us, whom they really, if they get you with their phone, you will not, that's an indefinite suspension at school. So, Is the new curriculum really helping to apply with this? Yeah. Okay. With the, you see that, like, for instance, why am I bringing Stella on board? Because we have seen that the government has introduced the new curriculum, and these new curriculums, we have seen that they are practical. And with this practical, you will that someone cannot do without a smartphone. You need to know other things. You need to do research with Google. That's why nowadays even I'm surprised that there are certain students even they know what's inside this smartphone more than even us who owned it first. So with this, we see that with all this, with the government is trying to embrace, trying to sell, trying really to advocate for it. Don't you think that this technology here, especially these smartphones that they have introduced, yes, I've seen other schools they're allowing students to use the smartphones, to use the Google, but there are other schools which are still Eastern and saying, no, we are not going to allow our students to use what? Smartphones. Because I've seen very many schools, and also I know that you as a teacher, you have experienced that.
Yeah.
Do you think that really, is there not a conflict of interest between schools? There are schools which are allowing, yes, to allow students, they can use smartphone, but no, even though the new curriculum, they should learn in a hard way. We have the computer lab. So what's really, is it the effect, or maybe they fear the negative impact that it will bring to the learners, or maybe also teachers also are still facing a challenge also to use these phones? So what's the, where is the problem really?
I think the problem is with the sensitization. I bring it back to sensitization. Yes. Students and actually, no, not students. Teachers should get back to the point of teaching the students how important is the what? The phone. To help you with your project work, to help you with research, not to look for things that are not adding on you. You get my point? Yes. Yes. So usually we tell them to have phones, but to only have them during what? Project work, research. Actually, they can just keep them with the what? With the administration. You bring your phone, but keep it with the what? With the administration, with a teacher or something like that. If you need to search something, if you need to make a research, you come for your phone. You get? Yeah. Yes. Because so that it purposely, it's mainly for that purpose. Okay. Yes. So is it really trying to contribute to the sustainable development? At some point. At some point. Oh, we are still lagging behind. We are still lagging behind because of the what? The sensitization. The sensitization. Yeah, I'm going to come back. We shall come back when you tell us the challenges as you the challenges that you people as teachers you're facing, and I thank God that really that a teacher interesting herself in this climate space, which is a very good thing, which is a very wonderful thing for us. So let me come to the Madam Engineer. Yeah. So we have seen your, I've seen some of the initiatives that you have taken, and at least the innovations that you are coming up with. Do you think that like the innovations that you are coming up, the prototype that you are developing, is it really contributing to the sustainable development in the country? Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. Actually, innovation is power. And when it comes to sustainable development goals, right now the SDGs that are really important, the trending right now is SDG 7 and 13. Yes. So innovations, especially when it comes to clean energy, it's really paramount. Yeah. Now, personally, I want to urge the youth to engage in innovations when it comes to clean energy, clean cooking. Yes, a lot has been done, but there's still more to do. And I believe that innovations are really important when it comes to achieving this. So don't you think that there is still that limited space of transfer of technology, of resources that you are supposed to meet up to the world standard or the global standard that right now the world is demanding? Because as a student, I know that it's really challenging for you to get other things in the resources in place to employ in what you guys you're trying to come up with. So how do you see that really, that you as a student, you meet up to that world standard? Because I saw last time your prototype that you have developed and you're still trying to work on more. And really, you know that there are things that you guys you need to meet, especially maybe there are criteria
I don't know that really that is expected for your innovation to meet in that level, and as something which is still developing. What are what are the things that you see that maybe students or the young people should interest themselves in this innovation? Why should the students or the youth out there should interest themselves in these innovations that people are coming up with?
Actually, there are very many organizations that support innovations to youths. For example, CRIC. CRIC is Center for Research in Energy and Energy Conservation. It supports research and people's ideas when it comes to clean energy solutions, testing stoves, all those things. So if students can be part of these organizations, and they will be supported so that they can advance their prototypes to reach a higher level and a higher stage. Secondly, there are very many hackathons, grants, research grants, and personally, I participated in the World Engineering Day Hackathon 2024, and my team emerged as the finalists. Yes, we came up with an innovation of developing sustainable energy as a result from the weight of moving vehicles from a road. So definitely, the youth, we have innovative minds, but we just have to explore them and use them well, and also get support from our lecturers, our teachers, different organizations. For example, Youth Go Green supports the youth when it comes to that. And yes, definitely we can do it.
Okay then. Are you using them like, are you posting them on TikTok, or also you're posting them?
Yes, we post on TikTok and LinkedIn.
You're using the social media pages. Okay, I wanted to, before going for the break, I wanted to ask Stella, how have you people really managed as a school, especially to manage these students' mindset? Especially we know that technology, you say that there is positive part of it and also negativity part of it, which is the highest fear of the parents and also you teachers, especially to the learners. So how have you people managed really to control this negativity from these students, especially from not being diverted away from what they are supposed to learn, especially when with the use of this technology that Edrine was trying to explain to us? How have you people managed?
First of all, we usually tell the parents to also take control.
Okay.
You get, being like, participate in that impact. You get, like when you have a child, you be a parent that child. You get, don't just leave that child to what? To teachers.
Yeah.
Tell them sex education so that a child has something. You get, yes, has some knowledge about sex, so that in case of anything, the negative impact of what? Of technology, those stuff like that, of nudes and stuff like that. Okay. If a child gets to know such things, they already have some knowledge, most especially the teenagers. You get, we usually equip them with some knowledge. You get, and then we've just told you that if you have a phone, you keep it with the what? With the administration. Yes, you just come for the phone in case of any project work, you want to make research. We put on some restrictions. Okay. Yes.
For me, I feel that maybe just if you've said that because I'm doing a new curriculum, I need to move with my phone because it's
not really.
It's
probably international schools.
International schools.
I think so, but in these normal schools, we don't. You just have to come for your phone in case of any kind of project work. Okay. Yes.
All right, then I'll bring Edrine on board because as time is fast spent for this first segment, I want us just to go for a short commercial break. Then we shall come back with the impact of these technologies that people are using in sustainability. If people are grabbing it, are they learning it, are they promoting it, are they embracing this initiative or not? Or what are the challenges that they are facing? Because as the good thing that I have the engineer, I have the teacher also here who has been dealing with learners, and I also have Edrine, who is a marketeer who has been using all this technology to do the sales and marketing of certain products. So I just want to urge you, my dear viewers, that please just stay tuned, don't change your dial. As we go for a short commercial break, we shall be back. Thank you very much.
UCTV. Good news for all.
Kuleza Farm with Centenary Bank agribusiness solar loan of up to 50 million shillings for a solar-powered irrigation system on your farm. Enjoy a grace period tailored to your cash flows and loan offer amounts from 100,000 up to 50 million Uganda shillings with flexible loan periods up to 60 months. Apply for a Centenary Bank agribusiness solar loan through our branches, agents, and enjoy a fixed interest rate of just 1.7% per month. Kuleza Farm with Centenary Bank agribusiness solar loan today and watch your farming dreams come to life. Visit any of our nearest branch today or call our toll-free line 0800 200 555 or 0800 335 344.
Centenary Bank.
Centenary Bank is a member of the Center Group regulated by Bank of Uganda. Customer deposits of up to 10 million shillings are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Terms and conditions apply.
Support the Uganda Catholic Television with MTN Momo. Step 1. Dial star 165 star 3 hash. Step 2. Enter merchant code 180572. Step 3. Enter any amount from 500 Uganda shillings. Step 4. Pay using MTN mobile money. Step 5. Enter PIN code and send. Step 6. You will receive a confirmation text for supporting the Uganda Catholic Television.
Ronaldo down in the area, penalty!
Don't miss the sports link on UCTV. Catch us every Monday to Friday from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. as we take you into the thrilling world of sports in football.
And Messi! Thuram! Mugabi!
Saka shoot, deflects in, Arsenal have the lead!
Netball,
Nasanga taking the shot, and look at that exceptional steal.
motorsports, boxing, swimming, and much more. UCTV Sports Link with Samgenza Mustafa. Only on UCTV. Good news for all.
Tiene que soñar.
Hello and welcome to UCTV. Welcome to Connect with Mary.
You're the Alpha and the Omega.
The Catholic Television. I'm Sunday Gloria of Watch with UCTV News.
We need people to pay for content.
Bernardo Silva, Matheus Nunes, and Haaland!
Swings it across to Christie.
UCTV. Good news for all.
Oh, Susanna. Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Rixel. Whenever it turns your lunchtime, we keep your vibes spiced always with your number one lunch show. No, I don't see it often. We entertain. I'm so insecure. Educate, interact, inform, and hold random interviews every Monday to Friday from 1:45 to 3 p.m. only on UCTV with me, your host, Rixel, the lunch vibe. Keep your vibes spiced always.
We are sister counselors. We are here to share with you about a number of topics, issues concerning human life.
We have groups, can have a group of children, a group of youth, families.
We also offer workshops to a variety of group of people. We go to schools, we go to parishes, to sisters' congregations.
Every Monday, Saturday and Sunday.
Children, how are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you being punished for nothing?
The elderly, are you feeling challenged in the world? Are you rejected?
Husband and wife, don't miss.
UCTV, good news for all.
Welcome back from that short commercial break that she had given to you. We are still here with you, exploring more and more. You know, if we are talking about technology, we cannot get rid of technology, because right now, technology is a way to go with things. The reason why you're able to watch us there at your sitting room, or maybe in your mansion that you know as a single person, even though you have one room, you know that's your mansion, which is well and good, but it's because of technology. That's why we are able to access all this information. We are able to share and discuss all this. It's because of technology, and we are looking at things at our lens. We are looking at how has this technology impacted the sustainable development here in our country. Is it really destroying our young people? Is this technology destroying the Gen Zs, or maybe the alphas, or the old people also that have taken it in another way around? So we are looking at the impact of this technology. Coming back to my guest, taking a look at things. As I said that I was still getting back to Edrine. So how has this technology impacted really? Because we have seen that in Kenya this year, just at the beginning, during the time that the Gen Zs were demonstrating, they were looking at technology was one of the contributors for the demonstration for the Gen Zs. And even looking back at the last election that the country had, Uganda had, whereby internet was switched off for the people, which shows that there was a negativity impact of this technology. So how has this technology really contributed to our country?
Thank you, Dickens, once again. First, it will be negatively. When you look at 2020, before these just concluded elections, the internet used to have a lot of politics, and there's so many youth that used to involve themselves in conversations, sidelining this party with this party, and this forced the government to put a ban on Facebook. So this shows that negatively youth have been really using the internet for negative stuff. Like you said, in Kenya recently, when they had that parliament, just after
the passing of
that financial bill, and the youth were disagreeing. So these guys came together and they striked. And one of the tools they were using to drive a message to all the Gen Zs in Kenya, this was social media. So negatively, it has really consumed the youth in a perspective of using these tools for politics. And when you look at youth, politics is not something that is really good for youth to involve in. Yeah. So negatively, that is how youth have used technology. And when you come to the positive side of technology, I think the few youth there that are using this technology in the right way, because I've been recently at a REC Expo.
Yeah.
Just concluded here, the REC Expo.
Renewable energy.
Yeah, it was organized by Minister of Energy. And when I was there were a few youth that I was seeing there. Most of the people that are there were these experienced organizations, and now these are things that youth really need to evolve in. Yeah, go to these conferences. The ideas like this. Look at what is REC bringing. Now, I was seeing some of the organizations that were there, and are seeing these innovative ideas that were being put there, the clean energy cooking. Now, these are ideas that youth need to involve themselves in. So when we were there as me, I was there as with my organization, Actions for a Better Future, and we went there to create awareness, partly, of this conference. And one of the things that we did there was we were advocating for a sustainable environment. We were handling the litter around, because we looked at the conference and it was aligning with sustainable cities and communities. Of course, they're all aligning. So another positive way of how youth can use technology, look for these grant websites. These are websites that are having possible donors or funders who are going to fund your projects. Yeah, look for education resources that are informing you about how can you innovate something. Yeah, when you look at youth today in Uganda, and the very few that are being involved in this, I think mostly on, if you look well, to me, I've been analyzing this on I think I've been seeing Makerere coming in over and over, because it takes me back to the Chira Eve. That is the first innovation I saw that youth brought up. Yeah. And by that time, we didn't really have the internet, but I watched it on TV.
Okay.
Yeah. And over a time, when Chira Eve saw this, the government endorsed this.
Okay.
That's why today we are having the Chira
Kayola.
Yes, we are having the Chira that is manufacturing the Kayola. We have the Tugende, and now these are youth that are behind all these ideas. So I think that's my submission.
Okay, then thank you, Edrine, about that. I was going to ask you about the Kayola. If we, the youth, are giving, having some shares there, then she can attack. Let me go to Stella. Stella, as a coffee grower, a teacher, you have been demonstrating that why is the government taking you back to the Ministry of Agriculture, that you want really to remain with your coffee development under your agency, Coffee Development Authority, all that, and I don't know what spectrum. So with this technology that has come to stay, because I know technology has come to stay, there is nothing. How has this technology impacted your initiative?
Personally, in my own opinion, as a teacher and and as a coffee grower, exactly, I would say technology has impacted negatively because it has replaced jobs, like jobs. We used to go to class every other day. Even in holidays, students would come forward for coaching. But these days, they just go on YouTube.
So, they used to fetch you
right?
Actually,
intelligent learning.
ChatGPT.
Exactly.
So they just taking another job.
Yes, it has replaced. So another thing that technology has impacted negatively is that we used to irrigate. Me personally, as a coffee grower, we used to irrigate using manual things. Watering cans, exactly. Thank you. But right now, you can even put up a system that can irrigate your garden even when you're in Kampala. You get my point? So it has replaced the jobs that people used to do. Then another thing that the technology has impacted negatively is that we used to do what?
Used to mobilize the groups.
Yes, we used to do it manually, but right now you just have to. You just have to probably get a tractor, extract the land. But we used to employ people to dig, to tilt the land.
Yeah.
Get my point? So it has replaced.
So it has promoted idleness in the villages, in the rural areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is among the negative impacts of technology. Personally, I've realized.
Yeah. So what are like the positivity that you write?
The positivity, of course.
Are you selling the coffee, or the coffee has refused?
We are selling
promoting the product because we have a digital market here. Maybe there is an opportunity.
Yeah. The positive part of technology is that it has made things easy.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
It has made things easy that you don't have to hustle a lot. We used to put in a lot of work.
Okay.
In irrigation, how can you irrigate like 3 hectares of land? You get? But you can just put up a system to irrigate for you. So it has.
Yeah, I've seen even
put off the weight.
SNV or then Uganda Development Bank, they're trying to promote like that irrigation system, coming up with it in the rural areas. And I've seen in Western Uganda, it's really ripping big, and there are people are embracing it. And I don't know if you've already established one.
Yeah.
You've already established one.
Yes.
So
it's expensive, but at least it's useful.
Okay.
It makes the work easy.
Okay. All right then. Oh, let me come to Queen, our engineer. So you've been with all these development, the innovations that you have been trying. What are some of the impact that you've seen that you've been facing as a student, whom you know that also you're still dependent on someone who is trying also to push you to pay that tuition to do this? What are some of the impact of this technology?
Yeah, well, technology
with you as a student, or maybe the youth, and also that you're saying within the country, the impact of it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So for that, impacts can be positive and negative, but personally, I've seen mostly the positive impact it brings for like the engineering sector. As students of engineering, we're supposed to be problem solvers.
Yeah.
So we have to use technology in order to solve the current problems that the world is currently facing. For example, energy in terms of different sectors like energy, waste management, water resources, all these things. So in terms of waste management, we need innovations so that we can manage the waste and do resource recovery out of this waste. So technologies are definitely important, especially for energy. We are looking at renewable energy, that is solar, wind, and also other people have come up with innovations in this. So as for us as students and youth, I think it has more positive impacts than negative impacts.
Okay.
I would say. Yeah.
But Stella said that it has made people to lose jobs.
Exactly.
Where are those people going to get jobs?
Because jobs have been replaced.
Jobs are not there. Are you going to employ them? People have lost jobs.
But
actually, I've lost jobs.
Technology, people can lose jobs, but some jobs are created also.
Actually, when you look at the Western world, or even the Asia, actually Asians are embracing more of this technology. If you go to a country like Japan, these guys embracing this technology a lot, to the extent that at home someone is having a robot. It's working as a maid. Yeah. When you go to factories, recently Toyota just brought in robots to start creating cars, and I think it was over 1,000 jobs were lost.
Now where do you put those people?
You get. So now that is how negatively
it has impacted.
It has impacted. Now, where do you put these people? Now, as a person, if you're saying this technology is coming, this is where it comes to you. How are you going to be innovative? If something like that is going to happen and you're seeing it coming, how are you innovative to sustain yourself tomorrow? So
like Latifah, who is now the CEO of the innovation.
Exactly.
She has positioned herself.
Yeah. Because of technology.
Yes. So, and she's a good example. Yeah. So the youth out there, when you sit down, we know you're studying, what you're going to cry of jobs tomorrow, what you yourself, what can you do? What is something that you can innovate if tomorrow you've not seen that job, or if tomorrow you don't have any connection? So that is how you need to think. The evolving technology that is coming in, how are you embracing it? How are you being part of it? Yeah.
Let me come to that. I'm still coming back to Stella.
Yeah.
Stella, you say that we are still talking about people losing jobs because of technology, and you people at school, you have both people like students who have embraced the art subject, the science subject. Now, where will the arts people go?
Of course, they have, just like Edwin has said, you just have to be innovative.
In talking and reading,
no, personally, I would say I'm an art student. I was, because I teach geography and divinity. But I just went back to the ground where I grew up.
Okay.
You get, bought land and started what? Coffee farming. I couldn't, because I could be replaced by this whatever e-learning. It's called e-learning.
E-learning.
Yes. So I just had to go back and look forward and engage myself in agribusiness. And passionately, I'm doing it, and it's sustaining me.
That was great.
When AI replaced your coaching.
Exactly. Because right now, I would just be at home. But I have my agribusiness to run over there.
Okay.
So you just have to think straight and see how you maneuver in this generation where technology is taking over.
Yeah.
So, Latif, you spoke about like how the youth should come on board. So, what are like some of the solutions that you see that you need to address to the government, especially because we know that all of us, we cannot do all this without the government support, without also the policies, especially with the prototype that you have come up with. You need the government help. You need like certain policies that the government should protect you from, because someone might see your prototype and he goes and what? He duplicates it and he takes it upon and owns it because of certain things that protects. You come on board and you say that you are trying what? To fight their innovation, and you find that they have been suppressed. So do you think that there are certain things that the government should come in, or some of the solutions that you think that the government can bring on board to help like your initiative, the innovation that you are coming up with?
Yes, definitely the government has a lot that it has done, but I believe that people just don't really see it. But the government has done like it's funding research, but definitely as students and youth, we have to look for these opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah, the opportunities don't just find you seated. You look for them. You partner with people. Look for organizations like Youth Go Green, Creek, and very many other organizations. The opportunities are there, and also maybe the government could invest more in research, because research is knowledge. And if you invest in research, people have brilliant ideas out there, but they just need that extra push, and also maybe mentorship. Yeah, like professors can mentor young students to give them knowledge and tell them, yes, you can develop your idea better like this, you know, to help them to make their solutions more practical. Yeah.
All right then. Oh, you spoke of like the grants receiving the government should fund, and I think that people have been saying, why is the government looking at all the government sector to fund them, and they're leaving out maybe now the Ericsson. Stella, are you also getting some grants
Not really.
from the government?
Probably in future.
Because you were advocating for Uganda Development Coffee Authority, I thought maybe you were getting some grants from why you are crying for that. So, I know that all goes to the policies that we have in place, which should protect you as a coffee grower and also as a marketer. So, what are some of the things that you know that the government should really pay attention to protect you as a coffee grower, as also one speaking for the teachers out there, and also the young people, especially like you, who are into the climate space?
Personally, I would say the government need to put in a lot of funding in research. You get my point. And to go back to the layman, to go back to the ground in Gomba and say, gather the community, bring the teacher like me, talk to the community that you know what, you can use the technology. You get my point. You can use technology to impact you in your what? In your agriculture. Because personally, I come from a village where agriculture sustains. You get my point. There are no white collar jobs. So the government has just to put in research. You get to put in more fundings. to bring in NGOs, to hire individuals, you get.
Okay.
To go back to that muntu wa wansi.
Oh, okay. The grassroots people. Then there's something you want.
I just want to add on also the role of public-private partnerships.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe there is power every time the government partners with the private sector.
Yes.
A lot can be accomplished.
Yeah.
So therefore, if the government can partner with organizations, that help the youth, innovations, a lot can really be.
And that's what really the government was, the private sectors and NGOs were advocating with the Chitezi saga, whereby so that KCC had failed to embrace the private-public partnership, which are in place that if they had brought like this organization like the African
Actions for a Better Future,
saying since your people are dealing with waste management, you can contribute to this and this. Since the other one are dealing with we have a coffee farmer here, he has some ideas to contribute this and this, and that's what really I think maybe was failing the system and is making which is really a very big challenge, which I know certain sectors or agencies like the government is also facing. So Edrine, what are some of the solutions that you know that really you need to address it to the government or maybe to the private entities, their organization, that they can even embrace it right now on board?
Thank you.
In regards to the role of this technology to the development of the promotion of these SDGs that we are looking at.
Okay, to me, things that government can do, one, passing through these policies that are aligning with sustainable developments or sustainable innovations. For instance, funding these conferences, like now the REC, just concluded REC. That was a good one. It was my first time. And I gave an A+ to to the government. So create more conferences like this. For example, the REC, where you bring all innovative organizations that are having solutions, put it there, bring donors, let them see these innovations, and they're going to, because I know the government may not give in 100% of this income, but they can provide a platform where they bring in these donors and these ideas are brought to life. Two, government can partner with international financial institutions.
Like the World Bank.
We have the World Bank, we have the IMF. All these organizations are providing funds, because when you look at the Western world, there are more of the funding, more business models that are looking at sustainable future. At one time I worked at one company, and the business model was they were advocating for plastic free in working places, and these guys were selling, actually not selling, they were leasing out bottleless dispensers. And I dug deep, and I really found out when this lady presented this idea to these organizations out there, they liked the idea, and they told her, she told them this idea, I have this idea, but I'm the only one doing it in East Africa. She was funded. There's a company in UK that they what do they call it? They donated to her these dispensers because of the business model. Why? Because it's promoting a plastic-free environment, and it's reducing on carbon emissions. So look out for such businesses, fund them, and a sustainable future will be promoted. Coming to the part of using social media, sit down with these companies that are providing internet services. Create incentives for these companies so that people can really afford the data and take time to search what is really important. Because if you're going to put a ban on a platform like Facebook and There's so many people out there in the villages that can access Facebook.
Okay.
You're leaving these people, or you're making these people laggards. Like, they're not embracing technology. But if you remove this ban and then you put up policies that, okay, this is what you're going to use this platform for, stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's my submission.
All right then, Eric, Edrine, thanks for that. Okay, let me come to Stella. Stella, what are your final remarks to the viewers there out there? What you feel like you need to address that they need to embrace as a coffee grower, a climate activist who is so passionate about really this?
That they need to embrace.
Yeah.
One thing they should know, that they should engage in the use of technology for what? For sustainable development.
Yeah.
Like, make use of technology in every area. You get my point?
Yes.
Just like I've told you, I used to irrigate using the watering can, but right now we use system. So engage, make use of the technology as much as possible. Get some knowledge. You get my point? Any youth out there, especially, you've said arts teachers, eh? Yes. Get some knowledge, see what you can do. You get my point?
Okay.
Yes.
So do you think that by 2030 we'll achieve the agenda of the SDG?
Exactly.
With all this, if you teachers work hard and really you make sure the Gen Zs are able to change their mindset about the technology without crying for jobs that government to yambe to funida one. All right then, engineer, Madam Engineer, please your final remark to the viewers there.
Dear viewers and the youths and everyone who's watching, I just want to encourage all of you to genuinely love the environment. Like, not just for show. Like, I get climate action is the thing now. Like, don't just do it for show and everyone to see you, but you genuinely do it for the environment.
Be passionate.
And secondly, innovate. You've got the mind, you have everything, the resources are there, you're very knowledgeable, and trust in yourself that you can actually come up with something that can solve real world problems. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Then, Edrine, your final remarks?
My final remarks to our viewers today, thank you so much for watching. As a young person, the best thing you can have today is knowledge, and knowledge is power. How are you getting this knowledge? Which kind of knowledge are you getting? So create time, prioritize feeding your brain with things that are innovative, things that can help you, or things that can even help the environment, things that can sustain you. So prioritize your passion, or be passionate about things you love and you know these things can help even other people. Look for resources where to study these things. Go to YouTube, use social media very well.
Yes.
Even TikTok, even Snapchat. Go to the search engine, put in things that are educative. Don't let your Instagram show you beautiful beautiful pictures, beautiful houses, things that you're dreaming of having. Let your Instagram algorithm have innovative videos. Same applies to your TikTok. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you.
Stella, you have anything, a coffee grower? Someone who needs coffee, how will you reach it? Who needs coffee?
Yeah. How technology can come in, can engage in? Yeah, I would actually like to tell the government to go back to the ground, to help the layman. You get, like my father.
Yeah, your father.
He doesn't know anything about technology. And actually, one thing they should make sure that all the gadgets and stuff like that should be affordable. You get my point? I don't know how. Probably if they make them tax-free or something like that. But at least they should make them affordable for those people to have it, to access them.
Okay.
You get? Yes, we need technology. Like right now, me, I can just go on my phone, search something that is very, you get, eh?
Okay.
That can add something to my project.
Okay.
Yes, so that's it. The government should go back to the ground and help them in any way they can.
Okay. Thank you very much, Edrine, Stella, Engineer, Latif, for all the insights that you people have contributed to. I know that the viewers have been hearing, they have been listening, they have been really paying attention into all this information. And we know that information is the key, technology is the way out to go. And we know, we believe with the right support and collaboration, as they have said, that we know that we can achieve this together. As we know that technology has come to stay, technology is playing a vital role in the promotion and also the development of these SDGs that we are speaking of. And without technology, we know that this message could not reach out to you. You will not be able to watch even this channel. You will not be able even to access our social media pages like the X, the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So, but because of this technology, that's why we are able really to communicate to you. We are able to share knowledge in every part of this country. Is because of technology. And as I always say that if you missed this discussion from 8 to 9, you can catch us even live at YouTube from 9 to 10 at the UCTV. At the UCTV Environmental Channel. You can catch us there and watch this conversation all flowing. And I say that if you have any information, any comment, you can just drop there at the comment section. And those ones who want to promote their business, want to promote, really to support this show through partnership, through sponsorship, please, you can still reach out to us here at UCTV, and we will find a way how we can work together, collaborate together in order to promote this idea of sustainability, because that's one thing that the government right now is trying to promote, the issue of sustainability in all aspects. And we know that with 2030 we'll be able to present our agenda to the government, that the UN. We know that UN Assembly, they said that this is what Uganda has come up and this is what Uganda has achieved out of all this 2030 agenda. So I remain Dickens Ochero. I will always make sure that you have this platform wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. You always have a say and we contribute, because as we push to 2025, we are going to change other things. We are going to be moving in different part of this region, part of this country, trying to get your knowledge, share your aspect of innovations, how you are coming up with any innovation that the government can support. Someone out there in the private sector, in the NGO, CBO world, can sponsor and support your initiative. Oh, we know that everything always has its time. We know that every sweet thing always has a short time. And we'll come back the end of this show and we say that thank you very much for being with us. Asante sana, webale afoyo mate. Goodbye, see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
UCTV, good news for all.